This week's episode is very simple. I want you to stop and think about the last time you spent money on something you didn't need or didn't want or feel guilty about now. What mamae, stress or pain happened just before you did that? I want you to think back just before you bought that Big Mac, just before you spent outside of your budget, just before you missed that payment and spent the money on taking the kids out so you guys could have a fun experience together. But then later on, the next week, you're being chased by the creditors. Tell me what stress or problem or trauma or feeling you had just before you did that. Did you get an email? Did you get a bill in the letterbox that you don't feel like you can afford? Did you receive notification of a debt that's $200 but you only have $150? So instead of paying $150 towards the debt, did you spend $120 on an outing to have fun and relieve yourself from stress, to soothe your mamae? And I'm not asking you this from a position of being above you. I'm asking you this because I know I feel like this all the time. For years. If I don't make a job out of keeping an eye on myself, I soothe myself by avoiding paying bills. I soothe myself by saying I'm trying to create memories for me and my kids. But then I delay the problem, which makes it twice as bad because I feel anxious for 2 weeks or what have you, worrying about whether somebody's going to chase me up for the bill. Believe me, I've been there where you are. And what I've learned to do is stop now and ask myself, what am I running away from? Or what am I trying to soothe? What feeling of loss, grief, anxiety am I trying to soothe and make myself feel better from? That's all I'm going to ask you. Stop, replay this podcast, this episode. Think about it again. We'll see you in the next one.